Hello and welcome to another edition of the Cantina of Comics.
Today we're going to show you how to make a drink that will help you keep cool inside your lava castle.
That, and we're talking about Star Wars issue number 20. Welcome to another edition of the Cantina of Comics. I'm Matt.
And I'm Kristi.
And I have no voice, but that's okay.
You don't. Yeah.
What are we making today?
You just need to know how to drink in order to make today's drink.
That's true.
You don't have to have a voice. You can just
demonstrate.
So anywho, we were going to make a mocktail.
Right. A lot of people are doing the hashtag Dry January.
Right.
And then we figured, you know what? We need to make a drink for Dry January. Now, the only issue is that it's no longer January.
February.
So we can call this hashtag Dry February.
Dry Feb.
Or Dry January Part 2.
Part 2.
And so we're going to make a mocktail.
Yes.
And we're calling this the Mustafar Mocktail.
So you're going to run a lime porter across the rim of your glass.
Okay.
And then I have some sugar and some decorator's sugar.
Okay.
Here, so it makes it a little bit more fun. You don't have any particular measurements with that.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Okay.
It looks like February.
It does, kind of.
So pretty.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna put some ice in our glasses.
Okay. 1 cube at a time.
I know, right? So how is your dry February going?
Well, so far, so good. Let's see. We're only, what, 4 days into it?
4 days.
So.
Just 25 more days to go.
Yeah, see, that's why you should make it Dry February instead of Dry January. Because you have fewer days in the month to be dry.
To be dry, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so then we need a cup and 3/4 of cranberry juice. And we're gonna do this a little at a time.
My hands are all limey.
I wonder why.
Huh.
So funny. So, how's that taste? Good so far?
Very limey.
Yeah, this is only a 1 cup measurement. So,
oh, okay.
Sorry. Going twice.
Need a little bit more.
Going once, going twice. All right. Divide this between our glasses.
Okay.
This is one drink you can drink before you go to work tonight, honey.
I can drink this because I have to go to work tonight.
Yeah.
So I can say,
don't have to worry about.
I had a Mustafar mocktail. Officer. Officer.
Yeah, and he'll be like, what
now
is
originally the recipe calls for soda water.
Yeah, like.
But we're not a fan of soda
tonic water, yeah.
Yeah. So we're using Sprite instead.
Because we like Sprite. And then we're going to use a little bit of orange juice, which I squeezed fresh orange juice.
Wow. Okay.
And a little bit of lime, a little lime in your coconut.
Okay. And then you mix them both up. Okay.
These are both fresh squeezed.
Okay.
I kind of feel like we're going to want more of the Sprite, but
we'll see. So there you go. And it kind of looks like the lava flame rivers of Mustafar.
It kind of does.
Especially if you hold up a light behind it.
Except for there's ice cubes in it.
Do that here.
Make it look lava-y.
Nope, that's Siri.
I'm going to take a drink.
See?
Oh. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Ooh,
yeah.
Special effects.
Yep.
Okay, so here's to making a Mustafar mocktail. Let's see how. I'm getting a lot of sugar.
I think it needs more alcohol.
That kind of defeats the purpose of the word mocktail.
It's actually pretty good. I like the fresh orange and lime in it.
The fresh citrus juices
And
taste really good. I
do you
could
think
probably
it-
use
a
a little more Sprite.
Yeah. Let's just do
To
it.
the Sprite mobile.
To the Sprite mobile. So it only called for a fourth a cup, probably because sparkling water is a little bit more fizzy, maybe.
Right,
But-
maybe.
So Sprite, you can't go wrong.
Oh, now there's too much Sprite.
Oh,
I
give
need
me
to take
a
some out.
break.
I need to take some out.
Crazy.
Anyway, it's tasty. It's very fruity.
I like it.
I like it too. So on those days when you want a mocktail, like you have to go into work or something, but you still want a little something fruity and refreshing.
And I got us low-calorie cranberry juice and diet Sprite. So if you're still doing your January resolution,
yes, your resolution.
you are all right.
Okay, very good. It's not going to break the bank on your calorie budget.
Nope.
All right, well, coming up, we're going to talk about Star Wars issue 20, and we're going to play another round of For What It's Worth. That's coming up next.
Speaking of someone who maybe took too many breaks, it could be said, let's talk about the legacy of Han Solo.
Very good, very good.
Hey, Maz. Thank you.
Where's my boyfriend?
Where's my boyfriend? Yes. I did, however, find a full-page image of a Rancor drawn by Cam Kennedy. All right, here we go. Impadajoyo spray, and just to prove to you that I'm not making this up, see if I can get it up close enough to the camera. You see him there, looking in his bally self.
It's like if Buzz Lightyear met BB-8 in Jedi form. That's like what that looks like.
That's nice, yeah.
Expensive. And then omnibuses, because they only print these once. So I got technically I
gonna
have
flex,
I got the entire KOTOR series in collected. It's just in a hardback
and
it's-
autograph.
yeah, it's
right? I was
also
gonna say,
signed by
show-
John Jackson
flex.
Miller. So
If you're gonna flex completely and show off the autograph too.
And welcome back to the Cantina of Comics. Today we're talking about one issue, that's Star Wars issue number 20, Dangerous Lessons. This one's written by Charles Soule with pencils by Marco Castillo, colors by Rochelle Rosenberg. Luke Skywalker is continuing his search to discover anything remaining of the Jedi Order, and he has come into possession of a holocron that contains a message from Jedi Master Yoda. In that message, Yoda speaks about visions of the past, of the present, and of the future, a message that Luke has heard before. But Yoda goes on to say that there's a place where the Force is strong, places like the Temple of Coruscant, Jeddah, and the Living Sea of Gazian. Having been to the other two locations, Luke and R2-D2 travel to the Living Sea of Gazian in the Mid-Rim. Covered in what looks like a sea of mushrooms, Luke takes a walk on the Living Sea and soon gets pulled under. And it is Onda da Sea where Luke meets Jedi Master Elzar Mann and his beautiful leather boots from the High Republic. It turns out that the Living Sea takes imprints of people who visit it, while not a Force vision per se, so this lets Elzar Mann tell Luke about the High Republic. After a few lessons about what the Jedi Order is all about, Luke escapes the Living Sea with a book that's an invitation to a larger world. And now, here are my quick takes on Star Wars issue number 20. Once again, Charles Soule's writing is splendid. Having a foot in both worlds, the High Republic and the Age of the Empire, he's found a way to connect both of those worlds. We get a reference to Darth Bane, going back even further than the High Republic. We get to see Elzar and Luke sitting next to the Whispering Tree on Ahch-To, a place that will factor into Luke's future. So what did you think of issue number 20 of Star Wars? Let us know by going to our Discord server, utini.com/discord, and clicking on SW Comics. And for all things Star Wars comics, you can check out the Cosmic Force podcast every Wednesday at youtube.com/utini. And welcome back to the Cantina of Comics. We're playing around For What It's Worth, and this one has a little story.
I know its name.
You do?
Yeah. Is it?
It is a sandcrawler.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, look at that.
After
Look at
30
you.
years, I've learned
Yeah.
something.
So this one has a little bit of a story behind it. This originally came out in 1979. Manufacturer's suggested retail price is $29.99. So
In
$30
79?
in 1979.
Okay,
this
whoa.
was $30. So
That
this
was
was
an expensive choice.
quite a big investment as far as your monies go. But it was remote control. So you had a little hand unit that would turn, there's 3 treads on the bottom.
Okay.
It would turn one tread to the left,
Okay.
and then the other would just push it. And so you can make it go around in circles, and that's about it.
Fabulous.
You can go straight and you can go to the left.
For
That's
30
all you
bucks.
can do for $30.
Wow.
Now, it does have a couple interesting little things in it. Of course, it has this panel that comes down, and then it had a set of stairs that would go on here. And then on this side, it had an elevator that would come down that you could put R2-D2 in
Really?
and push them up the elevator and put them down the
Interesting.
elevator. And finally, it has the hatch, or the cockpit, I guess you'd say, where you could put a Jawa in, and not the easiest to open up, and have him drive the sandcrawler. And this could fit maybe 3 or 4
Little Jawas.
Jawas inside. Now, it also has little pegs inside, so if you can see inside, you can
Oh yeah,
see.
you could put your
Yeah,
characters
you
on
put your droids in there, and but because this was such kind of like one of the more expensive toys back in 1979, of course, you had the Millennium Falcon, which was a big investment as
Right.
well. The ships, the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter, were about $20 each, but this one didn't sell all that well.
Huh.
And so what you had was you had a smaller supply going out, and then like in this case, this one does not have the remote control, and it doesn't have the little elevator in it, so it's not really complete. So you can't in the stairs as well. So if you were to find a complete one on eBay, it'd be anywhere from starting price of about $400,
Okay.
and if you had maybe the box, all the way up to $1,200.
Whoa.
So that's what this one could be. Of course, you know, the stickers as well. Just this little elevator that this one doesn't have, just the elevator, $150
Wow.
for the elevator. So this one could be a little pricey.
Evidently, a lot of people are missing out on the elevator.
Yes. But this belonged to my buddy Joe. Joe and I used to just play Star Wars like all the time.
Yeah.
We went to go see the movie together, and we all had action figures that we'd play. But this one was from his collection, and
Which
you
is
can
now
still,
yours.
which is
Joe gifted it.
well, Joe's doing a little downsizing right now. So, but anyway, this one it still works as far as displaying or using if you want to do some photography
Yeah,
with your action
if it's not
figures.
cracked or
No,
you
it's
know.
it's in pretty doggone good condition. Most of the sand crawlers on the treads, they went through mud, muck, and mire, and so they'd be might be a little gummed up or anything.
I was gonna say, did you guys ever play with it out in the dirt outside, or
I
mostly
don't
just-
think we did.
Yeah.
I think we just played inside. But this one is in pretty good condition, minus the elevator, but still not too bad for 40. Carry the 3.
Oh, jeez, I don't even want to
Yeah.
think about it.
For all those decades.
Yeah,
So
4 of them.
So that is For What It's Worth. All right, well, we want to thank you for watching this episode of the Cantina of Comics. Hopefully by the next episode, I'll have my voice back. Until then, we want you to keep on reading and keep on
Fun
drinking.
Whether it has alcohol or not.
Mm.